I never thought the woman I once vowed to spend forever with, the one I pictured sitting beside me in old age, would be the one to tear my world apart. We had shared 6 years of life together, with 3 of them sealed in marriage. From the outside, we looked like the perfect couple, laughing with friends at dinner parties, posing in vibrant vacation snapshots, hosting lively game nights. But somewhere behind that polished image, the foundation had started to crack. She had grown distant. Her attention was always locked on her phone. Her tone, once warm and open, had become clipped and guarded. Even the simplest questions seemed to annoy her. And then came the moment everything unraveled. It wasn't suspicion that led me to the truth. It was a coincidence. My phone had died, and I picked hers up to call my mother. Before I could dial, a message popped onto the screen. "Can't wait for tonight. He still has no clue." My stomach dropped. My hands trembled. I felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. That night, I confronted her. At first, she tried to dodge it, offering empty denials. But once the evidence spoke for itself, she didn't bother with excuses. Her only response was a flat, emotionless, "It just happened." A week later, the man she'd been sneaking around with, let's call him Dean, had the audacity to show up at my doorstep. He was tall, smug, oozing arrogance, as if he'd already won. With a condescending smirk, he said, "Face it, man. You're out. She's mine now. You can walk away like a man or make a mess out of this." I stood there frozen, unsure if he was trying to provoke a fight or just rub it in. Either way, his words stung like a slap. I closed the door in his face. I refused to stoop to his level. But something in me lit up that night, not rage, not revenge, but resolve. I wasn't going to disappear quietly. I wasn't the fighting type, but I had something far more powerful: control. The next morning, I contacted a lawyer and got the process started. Divorce. Division of assets. Everything handled legally and meticulously. I didn't want vengeance. I wanted my self-respect back. What neither of them saw coming was how precise I could be. She'd been careless, charging hotel stays to our joint credit card. I kept every receipt, every message, every GPS tag. I handed my attorney a portfolio so solid, it left no room for argument. The court agreed. I wasn't just the wronged party, I had the proof to back it up. She didn't leave with half. Not even close. Dean's smugness faded when they were forced to downgrade to a cramped apartment. The mortgage was too much, especially since he didn't have a stable job. His money came from random gigs and shady ventures, hardly the alpha provider he pretended to be. Meanwhile, I kept my head down and rebuilt, one piece at a time. The friends who'd vanished during the chaos started reaching out again. They respected how I handled it. No public outbursts. No mudslinging. I poured my energy into healing, working out, picking up new skills, traveling, rediscovering peace and solitude. Over time, the pain dulled, replaced by a calm resilience. Months later, she texted me. "I miss what we had. I made a mistake." I didn't reply. There was no point. Her betrayal taught me something vital. Loyalty isn't something you beg for. It must be freely given. I had offered her everything, and she threw it away for a cheap thrill. As for Dean, he reached out once, wanting to talk things out. I didn't answer. He had made his bed, and so had she. They both wanted a dramatic ending, a messy showdown. They wanted attention, a stage, a scene. I gave them silence. Now, a year later, I hardly recognize the man I once was. I used to be too trusting, too willing to ignore red flags. But not anymore. Today, I stand taller, sharper, wiser. I don't need fists or shouting matches to prove my strength. I proved it by staying calm, by staying smart, by walking away with everything they thought I'd lose, especially my dignity. And that, in the end, was the ultimate victory.